Are you concerned with fake news and disinformation in Canada?
Not really. It really comes down to, are you willing to look into the information you're trying to feed yourself and the information that you're trying to project out into the world, right? If you're constantly being told what to believe and what to think and what to say, that's more of a you thing than a Canada thing. So I don't blame Canada, I blame the person or the people.
Absolutely. I think it's a very important issue. It's important to have reflective and accurate information and such. I think fake news is definitely misleading and can often construe misinterpretations of reality.
Well, I am concerned about fake news because there's so much info out there already with Wikipedia leaks and everything going on. Like, you never know what kind of source is true. Like, I'm in school and just source checking is a big thing. Like, you have to check every source that you have. So it's fake news makes it harder now to know what's true and what's not.
Yes, but I think that if you read something, you just find the sources and try to figure out. I think you need to educate yourself, not just take everything at face value. And that's pretty much it. When I see things on Facebook, I'm like, well, what's your source? Tell me where you got that number from.
Yeah, I am concerned about it because we're getting fed news that people want to tell us, and then we're not able to make informed decisions with the information that we need. So it is concerning, definitely.
If one opinion greatly overcomes other opinions and it's fake, it can certainly become the truth if everybody believes in it.
I don't know if it's as bad as it is in the States, but I know that I've moved completely off of Facebook just because I see so much garbage stuff that I know is not true, and especially as an environmental scientist, I see a lot of misinformation being floated around.
I'm not concerned about it for me in particular because I have the critical faculties to tell the difference, but I'm concerned about it for other people because obviously a lot of people are buying stuff that's obviously obvious nonsense.
Not really, because I feel like I personally am pretty good at being able to tell if where the sources of something is coming from or whether it even has proper sources. But that is coming from somebody who I think is relatively well educated. So I don't know about other people.
I'd say it's a pretty big part. I think, especially in politics, whether it be federal or provincial, is we read too much into it, and we have so much false information about elections or parties that it kind of makes up our mind and puts us in a biased state.
Depends on the context. Yeah. We both come from a background of library service, so information help me out here. Information literacy is an important aspect of what we've learned a lot of it and worked a lot with. So I don't know if I would say it's a major. It's not the most pressing concern on my mind, but it is definitely a thing I think about. I don't know if that answers your question. Okay.
No, I think it's also just being concerned that people have the skills to sort of understand what news sources are reliable or trustworthy. Yeah.
Oh, very. Because there's all many different sources that it could be coming from, and you don't know which one is accurate or which one isn't right now.
Personally, I don't experience it a lot. I only go through really trusted media sources, so I don't hear a lot of the off-brand and the fake news, so to speak, yeah.
Yeah, I feel like it's pretty easy to find reliable news sources and common sense. You can kind of figure out what's fake and what's not.
You know, I think American-style politics are slowly creeping into Canada and have been for probably the past, I'd say 10 years, but maybe even longer than that. And I think we as consumers of information really just need to be conscious that we take in all perspectives on events.
Always, I think you have to listen critically, whoever's talking, whether it's a news channel. You can't assume that there's everybody's got spin. When you hear somebody's opinion, they're giving you a spin. You just need to be critically aware. So when you're listening to something, you just take it with a grain of salt. It's not all true, it's not all fake, but there's somewhere in between sometimes.